Oh, hi. Good evening to everyone. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Today, we are going live at Payal's Community Kitchen. I'm Xingye. I'm founder of Your Right. We are cooking and baking platform, and you'll find lots of recipes, as well as you can shop the ingredients from our shopper recipes, our new feature. So please download and check it out. Okay, we are here to cook two very exciting dishes today, and there's some really cool ingredients as you can see here. Payal, what do you think?
I think I'm very excited today because it's one of my favorite things to cook at home, and it's super easy to do. And I hope everyone out there is cooking along today because this is going to be a very, very delicious dinner. But too bad this one here is on a juice cleanse, so she won't be able to eat.
I'm definitely packing it for my tomorrow's first meal, pre juice cleanse. After 3 days, which I've only drank bottles and bottles, I can finally eat.
Shall we get started?
Yes. Okay, first, let's see how's everyone. You can give us a thumbs up from your kitchen. We'd love to see you.
Okay, give us a thumbs up if you're ready, and we'll get started straight away. Get your ingredients out as well. Okay, looks like we've got how many people ready? Okay, I see lots of thumbs up. Shall we get started?
Yes, okay. Let's go.
All right, let's do that. Okay, so these are the ingredients we're going to be using today.
I see lots of interesting spices and things that, I think we haven't used for a while.
So the Arabs used to be traders, which is why you see a multitude of spices in this dish. And that's what we are doing as well. We've got cumin, we've got cinnamon, we've got cayenne pepper, we've got paprika, we've got black pepper.
Yes.
Okay, we've got a very special ingredient called pomegranate molasses, which is an optional ingredient because it's actually quite hard to find in Singapore. You can only get it at Mustafa and a couple of other online stores. So if you don't have this is actually not traditional to the recipe. It's something I add to this recipe to give it a nice tanginess and sweetness. If you don't have it, it's fine. Just skip it. But everything else should be on your countertop right now. If your lamb or your beef, whatever you've got, has been sitting in the fridge, take that out now as well so it comes to room temperature. So I'm going to go grab mine and you guys go grab yours.
Yes. What you can add, like the recipes calls for lamb. You can also use beef.
Actually, you can even use plant-based mince.
Plant-based mince, yes.
In this recipe. So it's exactly the same. The only difference would be if you're using plant-based mince. Sometimes, actually most of the time, all plant-based mince that is available in the market here has starch in it, some form of starch in it. So your recipe might take up a little more water because the sauce thickens because of the starch inside the mince. But other than that, the recipe stays exactly the same. Okay? And it's on the website.
Yes.
All right. So this is my mince. I'm going to set it aside. And you should do that too. We're going to get started by chopping our onions, our garlic, and our chilies first. Okay. Now also get one of your pans ready, whatever pan you're using. I'm using a heavy base wok. You can use a heavy base saucepan. You can use a heavy base Dutch oven. You can use a cast iron oven, a cast iron pot, so a saucepan if you've got one. And if you've got a tagine, that's even better. Okay, but you do have to season your tagine prior to using it, or it'll crack.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have a tagine here, so I'm just going to use this. This is a heavy base wok.
Yes.
All right. Let's get started by chopping our onion. We need about 200 grams of onion, and I am going to start off by peeling it first. So we peel the onion and we chop all of it. We're going to use about just over half of the onion, the amount of onion that we chop in our sauce, and a little less than half in our koftas, which are our meatballs, the lamb meatballs that we make. Okay, but all in all, you need 200 grams of onion. All right, it's here. I'm going to get started by chopping it first.
I will look at you. Yes,
you will watch me.
I will not participate. Yes,
you will watch me and you'll cry. So start by chopping your onion really fine. Everyone should be chopping their onion. If you've got a food processor at home, by all means use that. Chop them finely. Don't turn them into a mush.
Because we're going to saute them, right, in the wok.
Yes, we're going to be making a sauce together with the tomatoes. We won't be sauteing the onions today.
Okay.
Everything just goes in at once. That's the beauty of this recipe.
I see.
Yeah, it's super easy. And it's one of the things I often make in the morning.
Yes.
For breakfast
That's
without the
right.
lamb.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so with just lots and lots of eggs
And tomatoes.
and lots of tomatoes, you just reduce the amount of onion
Yes.
when you do this in the morning.
And
So
of
you
course,
don't.
I think without the lamb, you won't need so much onions.
No, you don't. You basically, actually, I have the recipe, the breakfast recipe also on the website, and I'm happy to share that.
Cool.
There's a search bar on our website. If you just go on there and type Shashouka, 2 or 3 recipes come up.
Nice.
All right, so finish chopping all of your 200 grams of onion, either in your food processor or on your chopping board now.
Do people eat shashouka on its own or pair with like rice, bread?
It's usually served with Arabic bread.
Arabic bread.
Yeah, so crusty bread of any kind would do. I bought a loaf this morning, a sourdough loaf that we're gonna serve this with, but you won't be able to eat it. So
Not tonight, tomorrow.
that is if I give it to you. If there are leftovers, right?
I'll beg for it.
Okay, so continue chopping it until it's super fine. Are you crying? Are you tearing up?
No, I'm not actually. I think I'm more used to it now after a few
Sessions with me.
sessions. Yes, my eyes have got adjusted.
Have I told you the
the
goggle
onions.
story?
No.
So I had an assistant in China. In China, I was in the food business, and I had a Chinese assistant who worked with me every morning.
Like me.
Yeah, and this woman
she's
used to
more
tear up
qualified.
so much. She used to tear up so much. She was in her 40s, early 40s, and every morning she'd tear up because she'd actually chop so many onions. Because we used to make lots and lots of curries for the food business that we were in.
I see.
And so one day she came back to work and she had an actual pair of swimming goggles with her that she wore, and those helped. And so she started wearing those on an everyday basis.
I see.
And every time it would crack everyone up.
Maybe she has also her swimsuit underneath. Maybe, she's just getting ready for after work swim.
I doubt. There. Okay. So onions are ready.
Yes.
All right. So at this point, what you do is
Do you put them in a bowl?
I am not going to measure them out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna split them in half, and that's what you guys should do as well. We need about 125 grams of onion for the sauce, and we need about 75 grams of onion for your meatballs. Okay. So we'll split it in half. Just eyeball it. Okay. And then just take a quarter out of here and push it here. Okay.
So first half, and then either half of it, just take another quarter and join the other half.
Correct. You have 125 grams on this side and 75 here. Okay. Now, can I have that wok over here?
Of course.
Now you are going to place all this chopped onion, the 125 grams. So the bigger portion into the wok and set it aside.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
And the 75 grams, we just continue chopping it into a finer dice.
Okay. It's not done yet with the onions. We have to chop them to even more fine.
Yeah, because this goes in the meatball, and so it has to be super fine.
Yes. So when you eat it, you don't really taste the onions.
And also, so the meatballs come together nicely.
Yeah, if it's too big piece, when you make the meatball, make it into a round shape, they probably will stick out.
Yeah, they'll stick out, and the meatballs might break. They'll start to fall apart. So we're just gonna keep chopping this.
Yes. What is your preferred meat for this recipe? Is it lamb?
Always, my preferred meat is always lamb for every single thing.
Okay.
Lamb, and I love goat meat.
Okay.
Goat meat is, obviously goat, and lamb is sheep.
Yeah.
And goat meat is leaner.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little more gamey.
Yes.
Or actually, it's a little less gamey compared to sheep.
Less gamey.
Less gamey.
And more lean. Right?
More lean, and it's also very tender. So I would any day get goat meat minced rather than lamb meat minced for everything.
Yeah, it's very hard to buy goat meat though.
It is.
Yeah.
Tekka
Market?
Tekka Market is the place to go for goat meat. Okay, next you grab your garlic. My garlic cloves are quite large.
Yep.
So I'm getting 4. but the recipe says 5. So get 5 if yours are medium sized. Mine are huge. And so we are going to get started by just press it. Just press it and then get rid of the crown.
Two ends,
Yeah. And then we continue to do that. This is just an easier way to peel it.
Yeah, I do it all the time now when I cook since I learned it.
So my mother used to soak garlic in water.
Why?
Because her garlic cloves, so they were native garlic cloves and they used to be smaller when I was growing up. Garlic used to be much smaller. This is definitely GMO.
Everything is bigger nowadays.
Yeah. Garlic used to be much smaller. It's called native garlic.
Okay.
And it's very hard to do this. You can't do this with, 20 cloves of garlic. Keep pressing it. So she would soak it in water and the peel would just come right off.
Okay.
Okay. Done.
Yep.
Peeled already. And now we just simply chop it super fine.
Okay. So rough chop first and then we mince it.
Yeah, we mince it. Or you can use a garlic press. That works too.
Oh, the other day I discovered actually what a garlic press is. I was amazed.
You've never seen it before?
No. And I couldn't figure out how to work. I was like, where to put the garlic in?
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I feel it's a bit, like there's a bit of waste in it because I feel like you need to, at the end, to scoop out every single small bites.
So a good one.
Yeah.
Now, IKEA does not sponsor this, but IKEA actually has the best garlic press on the market.
Okay.
The stainless steel ones, they're very heavy and they last you forever. They don't break.
Okay.
Unless if they go rusty in Singapore.
Yeah. But stainless steel,
it's super. It's super and nothing gets stuck in it. Okay. It's super strong. Okay, so continue to chop your garlic until it's super fine.
Are we going to use it for the sauce?
Yes, it's only for the sauce.
Okay.
I mean, I don't usually put it in my meatballs, but if you want to, you totally can. A little bit of garlic in the meatballs.
Yes.
Yeah, keeps vampires and husband away.
If you have no plan of kissing anyone, why not?
Yes. They're all women in their 40s like me.
So probably you have a husband or you have so maybe not garlic in the meatball.
No, garlic in the meatball.
Oh, okay.
Duh. No garlic in the meatball for our cameraman Gabby because she's single. Here. All right, so garlic in there. So garlic goes with your onion in the wok or your saucepan. Got it?
Yeah,
easy. Now,
easy
peasy. Next, let's move on to our chili padi. I've got 2 chili padis. Not traditional at all, okay? But I like to add a little bit of heat.
Yes, okay.
Okay,
cool.
So we're gonna, my hands are very sticky. I'm just gonna give them a rinse.
Sure.
Okay, rinse your hands.
Yes, I think traditional shashouka is not spicy.
No,
right?
no. So I've got green chili padi. Green chili padi is very mild. It doesn't have heat in it at all.
Payal's standard is very mild.
No, red chili padi is hot.
Yeah.
Green is younger.
Green is hot too.
No, green is young. It's not hot.
Okay, green is young, not hot. Red is hot.
Yes.
Got that.
Yeah. So green is kind of mild, way milder than.
I can smell it.
Yeah. See, because it's raw, you can't eat it raw. But once it cooks, you've tried chicken rice, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. You like the chili sauce in it?
I do.
Yeah. Is that hot for you?
No.
No. Or maybe because they pickle it. That's why.
Yes.
They pickle it.
I mean, a little bit. It's spicy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's made with red chili padi. If you do the same sauce with green chili padi, it'll have no heat at all. Okay, so that's done. Now all of these chilies, I've got 2, and I'm going to put them in my wok again.
Yep.
Okay. So let's bring the wok over again and just scrape it in there. All right. All right. Now we're going to get some parsley.
Yay.
And some coriander. Now I'm going to split the parsley in half. Okay, use half of it for the meatballs and use the other half for our sauce. Okay, and same with the coriander. We're going to use half of the coriander for our meatballs and the other half I have over here for our sauce. Okay.
Yes.
And I'll just bring it together, just bundle it up. This is the easiest way to chop it fine.
Yep.
Okay. And the parsley, you need only the leaves, not the stems, okay?
Yeah, so you saw how Paya just twists the stems and...
Yeah. Coriander, you can use a little bit of the stems as well because they're very flavorful. Just get rid of the root in the coriander. But with parsley, you can use, you can't use the stalk here. Okay. Too fibrous. Okay, so this is done. All right. And we are going to transfer all of this into our wok again. Okay, so half of the parsley, half of the coriander went in already. Okay, let's place this here now.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to start adding all of the other ingredients now, but I want to know if everyone is on task before I start doing that.
Yeah.
So people, if you're on task, you need to give me a thumbs up so I know because I can't hear you.
This almost feels like a type of salad.
Okay, onion salad for you then. Okay, if everyone's done chopping the ingredients and if it's already in the pan, give me a thumbs up and we can move on to the next part of the recipe. Do we have more people cooking today or just watching, Gabby? Oh, shut off the camera. Okay, I see 2 thumbs up.
So far, it's just chopping.
Yeah, okay, there's Natasha. Hi. Okay, give me a thumbs up, girls, if you're done, and we're going to move on to the next part. Are you done chopping?
Yay.
Yes, awesome. All right. Okay, we're going to move on, and we're going to start adding all the other ingredients now. Okay, so grab some olive oil. I have some Greek olive oil. And we are going to
we
put...
can show to this camera.
Yeah, okay. We've got some Greek olive oil here. And we're going to add about 1/3 of a cup, which is 80 ml. Okay, so 80 ml of good quality olive oil in here. Because it's a lot, you need to make sure it's good. This is extra virgin, like me.
The best of the best.
The best of the best. Okay, so olive oil done. And then next is your bay leaves. I've got 2 bay leaves here. Both of them go in.
Just like that.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
And then we're going to start adding our spices now. I've got some cinnamon. Okay, you're going to take half a teaspoon of cinnamon in here.
Half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon. Sprinkle all over.
Wow, smells Christmas.
Smells like Christmas. It's time.
It is.
Okay, this is cumin. Ground cumin. And so you've added half a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of
3 times
cumin. Okay, so 1 teaspoon, sprinkle, and then another half. All right.
Yes.
1.5 teaspoons of cumin powder.
Great.
Next, we're going to get the cayenne pepper. This is spicy, so you can control it. All right. 1/4 teaspoon is all I'm going to do. Okay. But if you've got kids at home, you can skip this completely. Okay. Skip the cayenne if you've got kids at home.
Use with precaution.
Yes. And then I've got some sweet paprika. Paprika.
Yeah, it gives the color, right? Paprika.
Yes. It's got flavor as well. And
So
1.5.
1.5
teaspoons again. Okay. 1.5 teaspoons. Now, I am using American teaspoons, okay? Every American teaspoon is 5 ml. I always assume that everybody knows these, but they don't actually.
Yeah.
So 1.5 teaspoons, the same as our cumin of paprika. Okay, so that's done. And the most important ingredient, salt. Okay, we've got salt. And I've got some coarse sea salt. If your salt is finer than mine, if you're using table salt, for instance, you use less. Okay, I'm using 1.5 teaspoons.
Because coarse salt, like less salty actually.
And also it's got bigger pieces, so then it fits less.
I see.
Yeah. So 1.5 teaspoons of coarse sea salt, or if you're using table salt, which is very fine, just use 1.
Yep.
Because you don't want it to be too salty.
Yep.
Yes. So that's done. We've added everything we need in here, and finally, our tomatoes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, I've got so did anyone get fresh tomatoes? Hopefully not, because the tomatoes here suck. All right, which is why we're using...
When we rehearsed this, we were saying, are we able to say this? We decided to be really honest with you.
So I'm just using canned tomatoes here, canned Italian tomatoes, and you need about 500 grams, okay? All right, and I am adding all of it.
Payal, I have fresh tomatoes.
They've got fresh tomatoes?
Yep.
Okay, if you've got fresh tomatoes, this is what you need to do. You need to get your tomatoes and grate them on a grater. All right?
Yeah,
on a box grater. Do you know what that is? I can show you one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're going to do one, but let me put this in first, okay? Now let's get you a spoon to scrape the 100 grams out.
Smells good.
And I'll grab a box grater.
Yes.
So you can do this with fresh tomatoes. So grab a box grater. If you've got fresh tomatoes, grab a bowl and grab your fresh tomatoes, okay? All right, so this is what you need to do. Once you're done with your tomatoes, if you've got canned tomatoes, just give this all a good mix. We'll move on to the fresh tomato bit in a moment. Let's finish this first, okay?
Okay.
So just mix it all together, mix, mix, mix. We're gonna pop this on our stovetop in a moment, okay?
So this is really the sauce.
This is just the sauce. The sauce is done, basically.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're mixing it well before we heat it up.
Yes, and if you've got big tomatoes, chunky tomatoes in there, just break them up a little bit. And this is gonna go on the stovetop, first on high heat, and then we're gonna reduce the heat once it comes to a boil, okay? To low, and we're gonna let this simmer for 20 minutes, okay? All right, let's just set this aside for now.
Yeah, we won't start.
We're not starting yet. We wanna make sure everybody's on task, okay? So if you've got fresh tomatoes, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna cut it in half, okay? And you're gonna de-seed it.
Show here. Yeah.
Yes, you're gonna de-seed it first. So
because we don't want too much juice, right?
No, we don't want the seeds anyway.
Oh my God, can I drink this?
What? This?
The seeds.
Sorry. Oh,
yeah,
it's
I'm
juice,
allowed,
right?
For juice because
it's kind of semi-solid.
The closest exactly to food.
Okay, so scoop out the seeds. You don't need them. And then this, you grate to make your puree, okay? Now, I cannot guarantee this is going to be good unless if you've sold a kidney and bought the best tomatoes possible in Singapore. Okay, so on the wider side, simply grate this. It's actually very fast and easy. Okay, just don't cut yourself. Now, whoever is using fresh tomatoes, do you guys have a box grater? And please tell me and let me know if you can manage to do this.
Otherwise, maybe you can just chop it as well.
Or just chop it. If you don't have a box grater, just peel the tomatoes very quickly or just chop them. They're just going to have a little bit of peel in there when you eat them, but it's okay. Just chop them. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Remove the seeds and then chop them.
So this is what you want. But
shall we add them into?
500 grams though. No, I don't want to make it too tomatoey because we've already added 500 grams in there. So I'll just put this away.
We'll drink it later.
You can have it later. I'm not drinking this. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on.
Yes.
All right, so the person who's doing this will be a little bit delayed. So finish doing what I just showed you and then mix all of those tomatoes. You need about 500 grams of that stuff, the grated tomato.
Yep.
And then that goes into your pan with everything else. And I am going to switch this on now.
Yep.
Okay. Let's switch your gas on high heat. Okay, and wait for this to come to a boil. Okay, and while this is coming to a boil, we're going to move on and we're going to start with the meatballs. Okay.
Do we need the lid?
We will use the lid. So once this comes to a boil, we're going to cover this up and we will let this simmer on low heat, on low to medium heat for 20 minutes, and then we have to go back to it. Okay, this is basically to cook the tomatoes and the onions so they get a little bit sweeter. Okay, because when you cook tomatoes, they get sweeter.
Yes.
Yeah. To give it flavor.
Yeah, I think when we cook, the acid flavor usually gets lightened and the other flavors
come out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll just let this come to
I'll keep a close
boil.
look.
Yep. It'll take a minute or two because this is an induction hob. And in the meantime, we are going to move on and start chopping our other ingredients for the meatballs. Okay,
Yeah,
the first thing.
Does everyone have their sauce on the stove?
Yep. You need to let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you've got your sauce on the stovetop.
Oh, someone is tasting. Yay.
Oh, okay.
I want to taste too. It's a sauce.
All right. So on the stovetop, yay. All right. So we're just going to let that come to a boil. In the meantime, let's get our meat over here.
Let's work on the meat now.
Yes. Let's get our meat over here. And you're going to place the meat in your bowl. Whichever bowl you want to use is fine. All right. And we're going to start chopping the ingredients for this.
Okay.
All right. So I have between 450 to 500 grams of minced lamb. Okay. And you should have that too. Can you smell a smell?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope this is heating up. Yes. I haven't used the induction hob in years because I don't like using induction hobs. So hopefully this is still working. I can feel it. I can feel the heat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So grab your pepper. I'm using green pepper. I've got half of a green pepper. If you don't have a bell pepper, a green bell pepper, you can also use one of those long green chili peppers. Okay. And all you have to do now is simply de-seed it. I've already de-seeded mine. Okay. De-seed your bell pepper. There's no need to de-seed your chili pepper if you've got a green chili pepper because those are very mild. Okay. All right. And we are going to cut this into strips.
Yes.
Can everyone see this? Okay, so we're going to start cutting it into strips first, like this. And then we are going to cut this further into a very fine dice. Okay. I can hear my sauce bubbling away, which is good. And you should too, if your sauce is nice and hot by now, and if it's starting to bubble away, cover it and reduce the heat to low, to a medium low, and let that cook for 20 minutes. Set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Okay.
If your sauce is bubbling like this.
Yeah, give that a stir for me, please.
Yes.
Yeah, that's getting nice and hot.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop this for a minute. I'll stop chopping for a minute and I'll get a lid. All right, let's check on this. All right, so the sauce is getting hot. It tastes nice. I love this. I could just eat this by itself.
I think it's a good idea with some bread.
Okay, and now I'm going to reduce the heat to low. All right, so it's still bubbling. Still simmering. For about 20 minutes, okay? So we're going to go back to this once we're ready with our meatballs.
Yep.
All right?
So do we have a timer set up? Let me just set up a quick one.
Yep. Okay, so set your timer to 20 minutes. In the meantime, start chopping your green pepper. I have a timer in my head,
Okay.
so don't worry.
Okay, I have my watch. Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty good with time that way. I really am.
I trust you.
I really am.
Otherwise, we're screwed. That's okay.
Okay, here. So chop your pepper very, very fine. If you've got a bell pepper, de-seed it. If you've got a chili pepper, there's no need to de-seed it. Okay, and by chili pepper, I don't mean the small chili padi, I mean the long one. Okay,
Yes, otherwise it'll be way too spicy.
It might be hot, yeah. Okay,
Can't taste anything else.
you don't want to do that.
No.
Okay, so that's done.
That's for the meatball, right?
Yes. So onion for the
What
meatball.
if I don't like capsicum?
If you don't like
Picky
capsicum,
eater, yes.
skip it.
Okay.
Frankly, you can't taste it in there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So just add a bit of crunchiness, I guess.
Yes. And flavor. Just a little bit of flavor. So now grab your herbs, the leftover herbs you have.
Yes.
So half of your parsley right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And half of your coriander, the other half left. Okay, I'm just going to grab that.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Nice twist.
Okay. And we are going to, I'm going to leave some out. It's too much.
Yeah, because if there's too much, then later when you make the meatball, it's gonna stick.
Here, yeah, it's not gonna stick, and I don't want it to taste
Too much grass.
Yeah.
In the meatball.
Okay, here, a quarter cup, about a quarter cup each, a quarter cup of parsley and a quarter cup of coriander is enough. Okay, just chop, chop, chop.
So this dish, I feel it's actually really easy, and especially if I like chopping, I think it's a very great way to de-stress and just chop.
Who likes chopping?
Me.
You do?
Yeah.
Does anyone cook for you? Someone else cook for you?
No, I chop and I cook.
And do you do the dishes also by yourself?
No, I put in the dishwasher.
All right. I was going to say if you do the dishes by yourself too, then you can come live with me.
Oops, just lost my invitation.
Okay, here we go. So onion ready,
Yes.
peppers ready,
Yes.
coriander and parsley ready.
Yay.
Okay, all done, guys? If you're all set, we're going to move on and add all of these ingredients along with the spices to our lamb now. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if you're ready and we can move on. And the person who was grating tomatoes needs
How are
to
you
tell me
doing?
how they're doing.
All done.
Did I get a thumbs up from the grater, the tomato grater?
Yep.
Awesome. Well done. And everybody else, are you guys done chopping your peppers and your onions? Okay, I see some people chopping away, so we'll give them a minute.
Mm.
In the meantime, let me check my sauce.
Yes,
Okay.
we can do that.
Just to make sure it's not burning because of my induction cooker. Oh, awesome. It's not burning. It's nicely simmering away. And that's what I want.
Mm. Nice aroma.
Okay, all right. So this dish is very popular in North Africa, Morocco, many parts of
Israel as well.
Israel as well. So actually Israelis, the Jews took it from the Middle East to Israel. And you can see it in many parts of Israel. In Morocco, it's called a tagine because it's obviously made in a clay tagine, with a conical top. And if you can find one of those, the flavors are amazing if you
Okay.
cook it in a tagine.
I didn't want to get a tagine just to make couscous and.
So I was under the impression that they're quite expensive in Singapore. If you go and get them from the hotel supplies market, they're like $200 a pot. But on Amazon, you can get a tagine for as low as $40, which I discovered just 2 days ago.
Okay.
So I'm going to get one.
Yay, Christmas.
No, I'm going to get the $200 one if it's Christmas.
Okay.
A red
You can
one.
sell me the $40 one if you
The red
really
one.
order. Yeah.
Okay. If everyone's done chopping, we want to move on to adding our spices and our other ingredients to the meatballs, guys.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
Give me a thumbs up if you're ready so we can move on. Let's see. Yes? Ready, people?
Yay.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you've got your, shall we bring the camera closer so everyone can see?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got our
Yep.
meat right here. And I'm going to scrape all that finely chopped onion, about 75 grams.
Okay.
In there. Finely chopped
Mm.
pepper. Okay. Finely chopped herbs. All of it goes in. All right. Okay. And now we're going to add some spices.
Yes.
Oh, we forgot the black pepper in the sauce. Shall we quickly add it in?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Black pepper, because it was not laid out. I completely forgot. So just a quick turn of black pepper in your sauce right now and stir very quickly. It's not too late. You can do it now. Just add a bit of black pepper, freshly ground black pepper, a good sprinkle in your sauce, and then cover it again. Done. Sorry about that.
I love stirring because it smells so good. Oh my
But I
God.
can't eat it.
I know. I don't want to say the but yes, you're right.
Okay, we're going to move on to adding the spices
Yes.
now if you guys are done with the black pepper. So the same black pepper, move it from there to here and then twist.
Yeah.
Mm. Give it a good sprinkle of brown black pepper.
Yes.
And then we're going to add all the same spices that we added before.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is paprika.
Paprika. Going to add a teaspoon of paprika in there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to add a teaspoon of cumin in there. Okay. Now I added the cayenne pepper and the cinnamon,
yes,
to the sauce.
Yep.
But usually most people don't. So if you look at the recipe that I've given you, it's not in there. But I like the smell of cinnamon and cayenne. I like a little bit of a kick, which is why I added it. Okay. Now I did mention earlier that if you've got kids, don't add the cayenne pepper into the sauce. Okay. But you can add cayenne pepper here because this has no heat at all. And meat absorbs heat really well.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to get the cayenne pepper.
Yep.
Okay. About a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in there. All right.
So we're using a 1/2 teaspoon and we fill it half.
Yeah. So a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay. In your meatballs. All right. That's in. And my black pepper is already in there. Herbs already in there. Salt.
Yes.
Okay.
Very important.
Yes, very important. 1 teaspoon, of course, sea salt.
Yes.
If you've got fine sea salt, fine table salt, add less. Add a tiny bit less. Add maybe about 3/4 of a teaspoon of table salt. Okay, because you don't want this to be too salty.
Don't want to over salt it.
Okay, let's just make sure I've got everything in there. Yes, I've got all the spices. We added the paprika already. Yes.
Yeah, we did that first.
So we've added a teaspoon of paprika, guys. A teaspoon of cumin powder. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a teaspoon, of course, sea salt. Okay, all done. All right, and now I'm just going to mix it together with my hands because I want all of these flavors to mingle. Okay, and not so social distance. Okay, we're going to mix it all together, bring it all together. All right. And if I could, I would mix this for a while in one direction like I do with dumplings.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, to incorporate everything together and also to make it sticky. Okay, so let's do that. Let's give it a few minutes.
Yes, you do like really nice in a clockwise direction.
Yes. And if you're freaked out and don't want to use your hand, wear gloves. Okay, I like to feel things. And so I always get in there with my hands.
Great. I think there's more love when we eat it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
It tastes better.
Always like the French make wines with their feet, stomping on it, on the grapes.
We used to make bread that way, stomping with our feet when we didn't have machines back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah. Dough was always made using feet. Gross.
And some like for the rice flour, I think they hit it like with hammers or stones, heavyweight, to make the glutinous rice like kind of mochi.
Okay.
Yeah, in China, like in East Asia, Japan, Korea.
Yeah. Okay, so just keep mixing this until it gets really, really sticky. Mine's getting there already, okay?
Yeah, I can see the texture changes.
Changes, yeah. So the protein in there changes. Actually, the amino acids in there change.
Amino acids.
Actin and myosin, yeah.
So they are really like getting in with the vegetables and spice.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is when you mix this in one direction, the two proteins, actin and myosin, they change structure and they form a sticky network. And that network
binds
of protein has little pockets of air in it, and those pockets of air absorb any extra moisture in the filling, making your meatballs juicy.
Very interesting.
Okay.
That's why cooking sometimes is chemistry.
Yeah, always.
Food is
always
transformation.
Yeah, and this applies to your dumpling fillings as well. So if you ever make dumplings at home, which we did, the Omni dumplings that we did.
Yes, we did.
I mean, there was no.
Can still watch the video.
Yeah, that's on there. They were good. Those dumplings were really good.
Yes.
I've made them again after,
Yeah, totally. So we wiped them out like in I think 10 minutes after the live stream.
Yeah, and then we ate more dumplings from the freezer after.
Yes, we tasted Paya's xiaolongbao, which is delicious, and it's so good. The skin, you can taste that it's homemade. It's so different from the ones that you buy from outside. So yes, do sign up for the class. I know it's very popular.
It is very popular. It's always full. So do sign up early.
Yeah, for Christmas, it could be a nice Christmas gift as well.
It is.
Or hang out with your bestie. Hey, let's go make xiao long bao together?
Actually, dumpling classes are very popular with children. So if you want to bring the kids or the family, write to me and I'll give you a discount code. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So this is nice and sticky.
Yes.
And now what you're going to do is you are going to go wash your hands.
Yep.
Okay. And make them wet.
Haha, mine are clean.
Okay. So
this why then we don't even need to add stuff.
no,
Right.
nothing at all in there.
Yes.
Nothing
So this
at
is
all.
really good because I think my like Chinese cooking we like to add starch, but I didn't think we need because it's so sticky.
Okay. See, my hands are wet. And now I'm going to make meatballs about the size of a large cherry.
They're so round.
Okay. So about the size of a large cherry. And you put it down. Okay.
Wow.
And you do this fast. Okay.
Two sides at the same time.
Yeah. It's actually very easy because they're small. Okay. And they don't have to look perfect. All right. Just make sure they're intact. That's all. They don't have to look beautiful or anything. This is called rustic.
Yeah.
When you can't get something right, you call it rustic. Okay.
Authentic.
So homemade.
So natural. Yes. DIY. The best money can buy.
You haven't heard me laugh before, have you? Here we go.
These are happy meatballs because we are laughing as we make them.
We're giving them love and laughter.
Yes.
Here we go. All right. So.
Can you keep shashouka after if you make extra of them?
No, you can't. That's why you can't take it home.
I want to take it home. No way.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can. It tastes better the next day because it has spices in it. Duh.
Thank God. I'm so relieved.
Okay, I'm making my hands wet again so they don't stick to my hands. Okay. Now, someone complained last time that I had a helper. I had an assistant helping me. That's why I told Xinyang not to help me today, and I'm doing this all by myself. Okay.
It's so fun.
Sorry.
Yes. I can at least help to stir the sauce.
Yes.
When I'm allowed to.
So continue making your meatballs, guys. You will get a lot of meatballs.
This is so
here.
fun. Actually, you can really get like
get the kids to help you.
Get a kid or your partner who never cooks at least can make meatball. Sense of achievement when the meatball is so round.
And if you're lazy, you can make bigger ones. You can actually make big meatballs.
Yes.
Some people like big meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can go crazy with these. You can even make a big one and then stuff something
like
inside
kebab.
it.
Yeah, shaped like because some restaurants like make like a kind of sausage.
Yeah, you can make sausages. Yeah, you can make sausages.
Shashouka.
You can make a bigger meatball and you can stuff something inside it like cheese.
Secret. Oh, cheese.
Cheese.
I was thinking of a raisin. I don't know why.
Raisins? Yeah, why not? Sweet and savory is always nice. I love the idea of cheese in there.
Cheese, yes.
Yeah, some good quality mature cheddar,
Cheddar,
grated cheddar.
Yeah. Parmesan?
Parmesan, yeah. If you can afford Parmesan, in Singapore.
Okay.
Good Parmesan, okay? Don't waste your money on bad Parmesan.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't know if it's good or not. That's the tricky part.
Generally, if things are expensive, they are good. That's how it works in Singapore.
Lesson number 2. If they're good, if they're expensive, they're good.
There we go. But doesn't apply to tomatoes though.
Okay.
You spend, you go sell your kidney, buy tomatoes, for $12 a kilo.
Yeah.
And still, they're very basic. Because once you refrigerate them, they lose the crispness on the inside.
Yeah. So I grew up in Singapore and I went to France when I was 17 years old. And I really felt the difference in terms of just the taste of the fresh produce in Europe because it's grown there. I was like, wow, tomatoes actually taste like this. It was, quite an experience to taste the flavor that how just the fruit itself, the vegetables are so good, are so tasty. So I understand why people here, the kids here don't want to eat the veggies. In a way, it's not, because we don't really get the food flavors. So it's a bit sad,
It is sad. And the French are very particular about, how you should eat local and seasonal.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Seasonal, yeah.
And their food is based on that. It's so simple and yet so beautiful. You don't have to do much to it.
I know.
I think Gabby doesn't agree. She's French.
I think cooking there will be like easier. Oh, and key ingredients, butter. Just butter and fresh ingredients. Your meal will be.
And the butter there is good too. The butter there is so good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have, wow, that's a lot of meatballs.
Done. Okay.
Okay, maybe about 30. I'm
okay.
rolling, yeah.
Are you guys done with your meatballs? If you're done with your meatballs, we can move on and put them in our sauce now because it has been about 20 minutes. Okay, let's see. I need a thumbs up if you're done with your meatballs. No, they're still making them. All right.
Yeah, because you make two at the same time, as if you have a helper. Almost.
No. They're actually not hard to make. It's not hard to make two.
Wow.
See, everyone's using two hands there. I see it. It's not hard, is it, people?
Thanks, Gabby. Yeah, I think that was a very important add-on.
You just get used to it. Make meatballs every day. You'll get used to.
Make meatballs every day. Actually, meatballs are really tasty and very good. Crowd pleasing. And over Christmas too. Like if people come, right, you can have like mini meatballs, like on like kind of a toothpicks, like almost serve it like a canapé.
Yeah. Just make some tzatziki.
Yeah.
Just with these. So this is a great Christmas appetizer. You make these.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you fry them up.
Yep.
Just before you want to serve them.
Yes.
And you make some tzatziki on the side. The recipe for which is on my website.
Yes.
www.komyeonkitchen.com.
Click here.
And find the recipe for tzatziki and make these and serve tzatziki as a dipping sauce.
The raita that we make today.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
It's a little bit like different in terms of the usual people's expectation. And I think because you added cinnamon, so it's a bit like really a bit Christmassy. Or we can add a bit of cinnamon on the raita too.
If you say so.
I just feel like cinnamon is like synonym to Christmas. So
okay, so if you're ready, people, we're going to move on.
Oh, we have a question.
Yes, what's the question? Can you freeze them? Absolutely, yes. Meatballs can be frozen, yes. Okay. We're going to open up the sauce, give it a stir. Okay. And we are going to, okay, can I just grab that for a sec?
Yeah.
Okay, if you see any bits of tomato in there, just mush it up. Okay.
So that it's
you have a finer, smoother
sauce
in the end. Okay. And now start adding your meatballs in there. Okay. Just drop them along the edges in a circle.
Do a big P for Payal?
I don't think we can because there are too many meatballs. And we want to put the eggs on top later, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Of course, the eggs are
the star. Yeah. So stop putting your meatballs.
Are just the extras.
Okay. Put your meatballs in, guys. Put your meatballs in. Okay. Oh. I had to add them. Yes, I had. If you have pomegranate molasses.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, you got to add that too. Okay, but I can add it now. It's okay. I wanted to add it to the sauce, but it's okay. We can just put it on top. It'll mingle anyway, all of it.
Yeah, because we're going to give it.
And some water as well. So we do that in a minute.
Okay.
So add all your meatballs in there. Guys, increase the heat slightly because those meatballs are cold. Yes? Here. Just this here.
Okay.
So then this comes to a boil again, right?
Yeah. So medium high.
Yeah. Put it on medium high. And then we are going to, if you've got the pomegranate molasses, grab that now. And you are going to add about 1.5 tablespoons. Okay. Let me grab a tablespoon of the molasses. If you don't have molasses, that's okay. Just skip it. This stuff is sweet and sticky. Okay. It's made from pomegranate.
Yes. It's so good with fattoush. Fattoush salad.
It's made from pomegranate juice and sugar.
Superfood. Yeah.
Okay. Just going to add one.
Really good. Yeah. I recommend if you go and buy water because if you don't have it, it's really good for Middle Eastern dishes. It's awesome. It's what makes it authentic and a bit different.
And this is so good.
Okay. off camera.
It's delicious.
Okay, so we added a
Tablespoon and a half. 1 tablespoon and a half of that. And
do we need to add water?
some water.
Yeah.
I have a 1/4 cup of water here.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to pour that in as well. And
Okay.
just bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a rolling boil again, we're going to cover it up and reduce the heat again.
Okay. Do we need to? So they are like not entirely covered with the sauce. It's fine, right?
It's fine. They're gonna. This is meat, and meat releases liquid. You see, it's already starting to release some liquid.
Right.
Yeah. So I've increased the heat.
Good to know. So don't be in a hurry saying that you're not adding enough water, right?
Okay, I'm just going to stir this a little bit with the handles.
Yes.
Okay. If you can't do this, it's okay.
You
Just
can already
leave
see
it alone.
the color has changed right here. The meatball is on the edge.
Yeah. This was just to ensure.
Yeah, I can really see there's more water coming out.
Yeah. I was just trying to mix the sauce with the pomegranate molasses, but this is done already. This is bubbling away.
Yeah,
I'm going to cover this up now. Okay. And we're going to reduce the heat now.
Okay.
Back to low. Okay, like it was before.
Okay.
All right. And we are actually going to forget about this for the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 to 40 minutes, okay? As long as we have.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's check with everyone if they're on task, and we can move on to the next part of this session. All right, people, you should have added your pomegranate molasses and your water. You should have covered your wok or your pan by now, and you should have reduced the heat once it came to a boil. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up so we can move on. I see someone with their thumbs up. Great. Awesome. Great. All right. Okay, there are 2 more people we're waiting for. What are their names? Okay. All right. All right. I'm just going to clean up a little bit while we're waiting. And if you have any questions, ask away, people. And if you have any questions, you can ask away too. Ladies,
Yes, I do.
you do? Okay, go on then.
What is this?
What is this? That's honey.
Oh, honey?
Yeah. It's just
Oh,
pure
sounds
honey.
great.
It's just natural
Oh,
honey.
wow.
It's in a weird jar because I put it in the fridge. You shouldn't be putting honey in the fridge, but in my house, I have ants.
Natural,
eat
yeah,
everything.
natural 100% honey. You don't have to put them in the.
No, you shouldn't put honey in the fridge at all. Honey doesn't go bad.
Exactly. Yeah. If it's 100% pure honey.
Yeah. Ants eat everything in my house. So if it's sweet, it needs to go in the fridge.
Mm.
Okay, we're going to move on, and we are going to make our raita now. All right?
What does raita mean?
Raita is a condiment.
Condiment?
So raita is not Middle Eastern, it's Indian. Okay? It's a cooling condiment that Indians usually serve with something hot. So a curry, for instance, it basically cools your palate in between different dishes. Okay?
Yeah, because I see like raita is often served with different type of dishes, like biryani rice, curries,
Yeah.
and it's so good that I remember I went to eat India a while ago, and there was raita served, and not many people actually had it because they could all take the spice very well,
Mhm.
and then I just ate the raita on its own because it was so good. For me, it was like a free dessert.
Yeah.
And then of course we had dessert.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if biryani is good, biryani really should be so good that you don't need anything to go with it. And often people go to Little India, they order a biryani, and then they ask the waiter at the restaurant, so what else should I order with this? And what curry should I order with it? And the waiter or the manager of the restaurant goes, huh?
Yeah.
You know, you are not supposed to order curry.
You don't have to. Yes,
No, you
it's
shouldn't,
so
because you're
flavorful.
insulting the chef.
The chef is like, oh my god.
Yeah. They
These
cringe.
people.
They cringe. People cringe when you eat biryani with a curry. You should eat it by itself.
Yes.
Okay. If everyone's done, guys, we need to move on.
Mhm.
Let's check. Bring your ingredients out for your cucumber raita.
Yep.
You need cucumbers. I've got 2 Japanese cucumbers, large ones. Can we all see?
Yes, we can.
Okay. We need some onion, not a lot. So all right, so we need 2 cucumbers, large ones. We've got some mint leaves here, which I'm going to be using. I have a little bit of coriander here, which I'm going to be using, about 2 tablespoons each. I'm going to use a small piece of this onion. This is quite a lot. I'm just going to use about a quarter of this. Okay. Some honey.
Yes.
I need some cumin and some salt. That's it.
I'm really excited to learn how to make raita because I actually tried biryani at home. It just felt like, a little bit missing would be even better with the raita.
All right. So we're going to start by peeling it. Okay. Peel your cucumbers first.
Yes.
Grab a peeler. Now,
how long can we keep raita for?
As long as the yogurt doesn't go bad. So it takes about 3 days, I think, for yogurt to go all sour and yucky once you've added things to it. So 3 days, I would say, typically. But if your yogurt, if it's cold outside and your fridge is super cold, then 5 days easy.
Yeah. Because it will release some water too, right?
Yes, cucumbers in the presence of salt release a lot of water, and raita has salt in it. Which is why when they make tzatziki, they remove the water from the cucumbers.
I see.
Okay, and we're going to remove the seeds as well because we don't want the seeds is where all the water is. Yeah, we're going to remove the seeds in a minute. So peel your cucumbers, and I'll show you how to take the seeds out easily.
Awesome.
Right. Okay, so that's done. Now we're going to get a paring knife. Cut the.
Oh, sorry.
So we cut the not done yet. Ends off.
That was too helpful. Sorry.
And then we cut it lengthways like this. Okay. And then we scoop out the seeds. Super easy using a small spoon.
Oh, okay.
And they're done in one go. There.
Awesome. I never knew we could do that.
Okay. How do you take them out?
Oh my God. Okay. I will.
Okay, let's hear this. Go on,
what not to do if you're doing it.
Okay, tell me.
This is the cucumber, right?
Yes.
So actually do like a
I know what you do.
V-shape.
You do this. Okay.
That's my secret. No, I actually do like a shape here, and then like a V shape, and then I will just use the knife kind of like cut it out. Yeah, the spoon is like.
Can you show us?
No, I don't think you want to see it. It's so slow. You like I'm trying to. Yeah, I will cut it.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's see. Okay. So what not to do, right? So, you see?
Gabby, can we see this in the camera? Not bad.
So see, this is how I do it. Yeah, but can you like by the time I do one, Payal has done 10. So my guests will go very hungry and angry, and Payal's guests will be very happy. And that's why we need to come for her classes. Okay.
Oh, she's done not bad, huh?
That's
not bad at all. 20 seconds I was counting. Not bad. Okay, so this is done. All right. And we cut this one again lengthways. All right. And we don't do what she did. Okay. Never.
Unless you really want to keep your guests very angry and hungry, then you can try it.
Scoop it out within 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So easy.
Don't waste 20 seconds of your life on this.
Yeah, exactly. All the time I've wasted doing this.
Do you know how many seconds of your life wasted?
Yes.
Now, do you? How often do you eat cucumbers?
I used to eat quite often. I used to make salad.
About a year of your life gone.
I'm so happy that from now on, I no longer have to waste my life on cucumber seeds.
Okay, so that's done. All right, now then, if you're done with this, we're going to get ready and chop them. Okay?
Yes.
So even if you're not done with this, pay attention and watch.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, once you open the bottle, it needs to go in the fridge because it will go bad.
It's very sweet, so it may attract ants.
Yes. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to cut this lengthways into a few pieces because we want cubes. All right?
Okay.
So we're going to cut them all.
So each half into about 3 to 4?
Yeah, depending on the size of your cucumber, it'll be about 3 to 4. If it's a medium cucumber, about 3. It's about 1 centimeter, half a centimeter in width. Okay.
Wonderful.
And then just bring them together at a 90-degree angle. And you don't chop them fine. You want cubes. You want to show them the size, about half a centimeter again. So
yes.
Okay. It's about half a centimeter wide.
Wow. I mean, the way I make salad is going to be like 30% of the time like I used to make. Because even the way you chop the cucumber,
you chop it one by one.
You don't want to do
What did you do? Did you use a pair of scissors? Did you use your hands? I'm curious. How do you chop cucumbers other than with a
No,
knife?
I chop like this, but it's like I don't know. They can be because I think I don't cut them into the centimeters that you mentioned. So they are too fat to be cut and to be like aligned, to one another, like how you line them up so nicely and neat. And then so in the end, I have to stop a few times as I chop along because they won't stay still. They'll
I'm
move.
just queer. You went to cooking school, didn't you?
I did. I didn't study cooking. I studied hotel management, so I only spent like
Hey, come on. There's a part of it.
a few weeks. Yes, I did.
They teach you to cook there, okay?
I did.
Don't lie, okay?
They taught me how to peel the potato the French way, how to make risotto, how to cut mushroom like the fancy way, how to make ice cream into a canal.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Enough?
Yeah, fair enough.
I graduated.
Okay, here we go. So we've got some mint here, guys. About 2 tablespoons of mint leaves. Don't use the stalks. If you've got stalks, remove them from the stalks.
Yeah.
And we're just going to give it a rough chop. Okay? Just bring them together.
Yeah.
Roughly chop your mint leaves. You don't want to kill them. Okay? Just a rough chop. You
Not too
fine.
Yeah.
Okay? Because then all the flavor is going to go into your board. And you don't want that. Yeah.
In fact, cucumber and mint seems to be like quite good friends.
Yes.
When it comes to flavor wise.
Yeah.
They go well together.
Absolutely. Coriander again.
Coriander.
So get rid of the root. You don't need that. And we're going to chop this.
Yeah, same.
Just bring
for
it
coriander.
together.
I do it horribly. Now I know.
Just bundle it up. It
Yes.
doesn't mind being bundled up and
Yes.
chopped. There we go. All right. So coriander done. I've got about 2 tablespoons of chopped mint and 2 tablespoons of chopped coriander. Done. Put that aside. And we are going to take
A bit of onion.
a little bit of onion. So it's not a lot. If you get about 2 to 3 tablespoons of onion, that's enough.
Okay.
After chopping, yeah?
Yep.
So just about a quarter of an onion. This is a large onion. If yours is a smaller onion, just take half of it. This was quite large, so I'm doing a quarter. Peel very quickly. And we're going to chop this super fine. You want to skip the onion. I know some people don't like the flavor of raw onion. If you want to skip it, please, by all means, do.
It's another question of, are you going to kiss someone later? Is it?
With the onion?
Yeah.
I have no intention. I've
onions.
been married to the same guy for 23 years, so no intention.
Okay. More raw onions.
More onions, please, and more garlic.
I think no, it's raw garlic or raw onion, which is really good for our like gut health. I forgot which one.
Onion. Onion's good for gut health, and it's a cleanser as well.
Okay.
And garlic is good for you too.
Okay, they should have included that in the juice.
You should have had onion juice all along. You can't take it. That's a different thing. It's the best thing to drink when your stomach is upset. You literally grate an onion, juice it, and have a few tablespoons of that, and it basically clears up. It kills bacteria, bad bacteria. Well, everything is coming back anyway, isn't it, when you're sick? So,
Yeah, when you're really sick, I guess.
yeah, both ways. right?
What's the alternative? Onion juice doesn't sound so bad at all.
And you can't taste anything anywhere when you're sick, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Done.
Yay.
Okay, onion ready. So really finely chopped onion, finely chopped herbs, your cucumber cubes.
So if you don't want onion, less work. No need to chop.
Okay, so we're done with the chopping part. Now we're going to go get the yogurt.
Yes.
All right, we need 500 grams of plain natural yogurt from the fridge. I have it right here.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, they look artisanal.
No, I made it at home. It is artisanal.
It is, they don't only look artisanal, they are artisanal. So homemade yogurt.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
Payal.
homemade. You can buy it from a store.
It smells good. It doesn't sound like, it smells like sour acid like the ones you get from outside.
Yeah, because they've been sitting. They've been sitting in the supermarket for a while, which is why they become more and more sour.
It smells
you see?
really fresh.
Yeah. This was made yesterday, so it is very fresh.
Yay.
All right, is everyone done chopping? So we can move on. Give me a thumbs up if you're done chopping your cucumber, your herbs, and your onion. Now, okay. She looks very worried.
Hi.
Sabina, you look really worried.
Sorry, yes, because I just joined you now and I'm not ready.
Okay, I can't hear her. What is she saying?
Yeah, so I see and then I will do.
Is she cooking
later.
along? Or is she just watching?
Yeah.
Just watching.
Okay. Watching is fine. We'll just entertain you. We're almost done, actually. Okay.
But you can always watch the replay.
Yes, but we're very entertaining. You can still join. You can still watch.
Okay.
All right.
We're just having so much fun.
Yeah. So if everyone's done, I need to know. Give me a thumbs up if you're done so we can move on, people. Yes, I see some people. Okay, that's good. All right. So grab your yogurt. All right. Put it in a bowl. All 500 grams of it. Grab a spoon, a big one. Okay.
How much milk do you need to make about 500 grams of yogurt?
500 grams of milk, Einstein.
Oh.
So this is how you make homemade yogurt.
Such a great question to ask.
They don't teach this in culinary school either.
They're not.
Okay, so you take 500 grams of milk if you want to make your own yogurt. I prefer using full cream milk because I'm against using anything that's that has been processed too much.
I see.
Not that I'm against low fat, but if it's processed, then you lose a lot of nutrients. So take a liter of milk, full cream milk, buy a yogurt maker, which is essentially just a plastic thermal container with a steel pot inside. You put your milk, all 1 liter of it. I usually make 1 liter at a time, in your stainless steel container. Take a tablespoon of any natural yogurt you can find in the market. That is live bacteria. It's lactobacillus.
Yes.
Take a tablespoon of that, put it in, mix, and leave it alone for 8 hours with the electricity on.
Yes,
okay, so you need to switch it on.
True.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. Not just put it in the pot.
Yeah.
It does need.
Yeah, because the thermal pot, needs to be connected to an electricity source, and you leave it alone for about 8 hours. And the next morning, you have this beautiful yogurt, nice and thick. Okay, it does work if you leave it alone in the microwave or in a warm corner of the kitchen as well. You know, without the thermal pot, if you just put it in a container, it works, but it's not as thick. Okay. All right, so this is super thick. Just give it a mix and whisk it, basically. So it becomes more smooth and it's not chunky anymore.
Yep.
Okay, so just swish, and make it smooth. See how fast that is? Okay. And once that's done, we're going to grab some honey. This is for sweetness. We're going to take a tablespoon of honey, add that in. We're going to grab some cumin powder. We're going to put that in, and we're going to get some salt, and we're going to put that in as well. Okay, so we've got a teaspoon of cumin. All right, half a teaspoon of coarse sea salt. Okay, and 1 tablespoon of honey for sweetness. Okay, here's my tablespoon. So you've added 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon.
Taste everything.
I know happens when you're fasting. Just get more hungry. You want to eat things that you've never eaten before, you know, that you don't even like.
It's fine, just give it to me.
How do you guys do it? I've never fasted a day in my life. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I assure you it's hard, especially when Gabs look at food pictures the entire day. Yeah. Yeah, for work, yes.
Yeah.
We work on a cooking app, so yes, constantly attacked by food, beautiful and delicious food.
Okay, here we go. So salt, honey, and cumin. Mix. Just make sure the honey is well incorporated in there. Yeah, and this is your flavored yogurt already. All right, and we're going to add our condiments in there now. Okay, so we've got our onion, herbs, and our cucumber in there. Okay, all of it. And all I have to do now is just give it a stir, and it's done.
Wow,
that's how easy
so
it is.
easy. Okay, I just need to. I think I can train for the cucumber cutting part, which is key to make this a success. And I'll definitely come over here to make the yogurt.
Yes. Okay then. I can tell you that you can easily get a yogurt maker on Lazada, and it costs next to nothing. It's like $20 to $30.
Okay.
Okay, and it's the best investment you'll ever make, because if you eat a lot of yogurt, it's worth that money spent.
Great.
Okay, here we go. This is done, and I'm just going to pop this in the fridge now.
Okay.
Until we're ready to eat this.
Okay.
All right, now another thing you can use here instead of cucumbers, and this is my secret. Okay. Many. So Indians know about this. All Indians know about this. This is not the most common type of raita that is made in India. It's actually something else, and that's something that you don't get in restaurants. Okay, it's called a Boondi Raita.
Boondi
Raita. And Boondi is literally this. These are lentil balls. Okay. These are literally balls that are made, fried balls that are made out of lentils.
It's like snacks. Okay.
Yeah, from chickpea flour. Okay, so they basically mix chickpea flour with some salt and water, and then they deep fry these through a mold. Okay,
so they look all round.
Yeah, they're all round and they're very super crispy. They're beautiful, and people don't usually eat them for snack, but my crazy husband does. Yeah. I'm just going to open this up and show you what they look like. And instead of your cucumber, not as much though in terms of the amount, if you add about half a cup of this in there, this is going to be beautiful. Okay, instead of the cucumber. So this is what they look like. I would have offered this to you, but you're on a fast, so
no.
I'm just going to sprinkle some on top for garnish. But these are so cool. These are crispy and they're beautiful, and just add them like that, and you'd make Boondi Raita.
Yeah.
Okay. These girls are so tempted right now. They want to eat it.
You want to smell them closest to eating.
It smells like lentils.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's done. This is one more thing you can do with raita. So instead of cucumber, add bundi in there, and everything else stays the same.
Yes.
Okay, so your herbs stay the same, your seasonings stay the same. All right. And if you want to know what this is called, just send me an email and I'll send you the link. Red Mart has this. You don't have to go all the way to Mustafa and kill yourself after. All right, to buy this.
No, we don't want.
No, I usually feel like killing myself.
No life risking. Yeah.
All right, so this is done. All right, let's pop this in the fridge.
Yes.
And we're going to go back to looking at our meatballs to see if they are ready or not. Now, usually I give this a good 30 to 40 minutes. It hasn't quite been that long.
It's about 25.
Okay, so we're going to open this anyway, okay? This must be done by now. It's very watery though.
Yes.
Okay, because my lamb shed a lot of water and I don't like that. Okay, and this will happen. If your lamb, open up your
the lid.
Open up the lid, uncover your meatballs and give them a stir. And if you have this much liquid in there, you can increase the heat. Increase the heat and reduce it.
Yeah, let it boil.
Put it on high and basically let this bubble away. And in the meantime, grab some eggs while this is bubbling away.
Yes.
And your sauce is getting thicker. You want a thick sauce. This has, see all this water in here?
Yes.
It's nice, it's nice to lap up all this sauce with bread, but I want to reduce it slightly more, okay? You can never tell. So when I do this with goat meat, the minced goat, it doesn't have as much water.
I see.
Okay? Lamb has more water in it. So we're just going to bubble this away for a few minutes, and you should do that too. Just be careful so it doesn't bubble on you, okay? I'm going to grab some eggs, which are right here. Okay. All right, so grab about 4 eggs, people. All right, grab a bowl so we can crack the eggs in the bowl first in case you have a bad one.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to start cracking the eggs one at a time. All right. And we'll just wait for this to bubble away. And once the sauce is of the desired consistency, I can start to put the eggs in
Yes.
slowly, okay? But have these ready, have a bowl ready, have your eggs ready, and if you're waiting to eat, and if you're getting really hungry, grab a glass of wine and start drinking that in the meantime, okay?
Can we check out the bread?
Can we check out what? The bread that I have?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Okay, I just want to taste this to check the seasoning,
Yes.
okay? So I've got a spoon here. I'm just gonna take a little bit and this is so good. I'm so sorry you can't eat it.
It's okay. Tomorrow I'll be back. A hungry me will be back.
Okay, I'm just gonna give this a stir so it doesn't burn at the bottom.
Yes, important.
Oh, so good. Oh,
I want to dip bread into it.
it's bubbling away. It's looking good.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab the bread that I bought, okay?
So we want to reduce the sauce a bit before we add eggs. And in the
Is it
meantime,
exploding?
we're checking out. No, that's okay.
It's okay. It's fine. It's getting nice and thick.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the loaf that I bought this morning. It's whole wheat sourdough. Okay. Looks like this. This is what you were asking, right?
Yep.
Any loaf will do. If you can get Turkish bread, Cold Storage has Turkish bread called Turkish pide. And a couple of other stores
yeah.
also sell it. Baker and Cook has beautiful pide. Their loaves are great too. I got this from them this morning. All right. If they had pide, I would have bought that, but they didn't have it this morning, so I just got what I.
Yep.
Okay, so this is looking nice and thick.
Yep.
All right. Gonna reduce the heat back to low again.
Okay.
Okay.
So reduce the heat to low before we add the eggs.
Okay, back to low and one egg at a time in 4 different corners. Okay.
Oops.
Oops, sorry.
Away.
1, 2.
How do you know if an egg has gone bad?
It tells you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it smells so bad. It's the worst smell in the world. People say Balachan is the worst smell in the world. It's not. It's a rotten egg.
I see.
And you can't put it in your bin. It's so bad. You have to throw it.
Outside the window?
If you don't like your neighbor,
Obviously.
into his yard, in his balcony.
I mean, Payal tells me I can't throw in a bin. Don't blame me.
You put it right down the chute. So you put it in a bag and throw it down the chute.
True.
This woman. Okay. Eggs in there. Cover it. Give it another
Low
5
heat,
minutes.
cover it.
Yeah, give it another 5
5
minutes.
minutes,
Okay?
okay.
So put your eggs in.
7:20.
Yeah, give it another 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to tidy up and get ready to plate this so I can eat it and make you soje.
Okay.
Okay? You
I
should
think
do that
it's really
too.
Shashouka is really a great, like any time, like meal of the day. It's a great dish. And
So
I'm so happy tomorrow will be better with the extra spice.
Now, tagine or this is usually served in the pot that it's cooked in.
Yes.
So there's no point grabbing anything.
Yeah. True. But do we want to serve in a wok today?
I can just put something here
Yeah.
on my table and then just put the whole thing there.
Perfect.
You shouldn't mess with it because then, the egg starts to fall apart.
True. Yeah. Usually you serve.
You want the egg to
cookware.
set just perfectly and the yolk to still be gooey. So you don't want to give this more than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Unless your heat is very low, then it'll take about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay?
2 more minutes for us.
Yes. All right. And the bread is gonna be served the same way. Just put it on a plate and you're ready.
Yeah. For raita, right? Can you eat it immediately after you've made it, or it's preferred to put in the fridge to let it sit for?
No, you don't have to put it in the fridge. You
Okay.
can eat it immediately.
Okay, if it's ready, like now, okay, you can eat it immediately.
Yeah, most of the time I make raita just before I want to eat
I
it.
see.
Yeah. So I've never actually prepared it and kept it ready.
Mhm.
But you can. Just don't do it, the day ahead because then it starts to release all that water. Your cucumber starts to sweat and then it'll just go yucky and very sweaty and the cucumber is going to go smaller and your raita is just going to be really watery.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Now we're just waiting patiently for this so I can eat it.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, we're good, right?
We are.
On time. A little over time, like always, because we like to talk so much.
I was asking if Payal sings just
Do
before
I
we went
sing?
live. Yes.
Do I?
Yes.
Yeah, they'll never come back if I sing now. I want you guys to come back. How many people do we have today, Gabby? 19. Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And is everyone cooking or are most of them watching? Yeah, everyone's cooking? That's good.
We have a full grid. Nine people cooking. 8
That's awesome.
switching on their webcams. I really like this kitchen. Top right hand corner. Yes.
Yeah.
Holy wow, you have a very nice kitchen.
Yeah.
It's like an island in the middle. Yay.
Yeah. Are you cooking on the island or is your stove top at the back? That looks good. Yeah, I'd like to have a stove top on the island. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, it's
Yes.
perfect. Next time you'll come and cook in your kitchen.
Yes, it's true. Then we can all move around and
She's so happy. Look at her.
we invited ourselves. Thank you.
All right.
I think we are 5 minutes in.
Okay, we're going to check now.
Yes.
Yeah,
you should.
okay. All right. Ta-da! It's done, see?
Beautiful.
So my whites are set. I can touch them. Okay. And my yolk is not set yet. So this is great. Okay.
yes.
Turn the heat off.
Okay, you want the egg white to set, but not the egg yolk, so
Yeah.
that it has this golden, beautiful liquid.
That's done. And you're going to serve this with bread.
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to serve this with the raita on the side. That's it. We're done for
Awesome.
today.
Yay!
I'm not going to plate this because this is how we
Yes,
eat it.
this is how we eat
okay,
it. So-
directly in there. And you basically sit around the table communally and you dip
Exactly,
it.
dip
Everybody
it.
just finds a little corner of their
Yes,
own
yes.
and dips directly in there.
Yes, this
Okay,
is my
it's a
corner.
family meal. And this is a great meal for Christmas as well. If you need ideas for Thanksgiving as well.
Yes, especially for like brunch.
Yes,
It's really
absolutely.
good. You can make like a salad on the side.
Yes. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the session today and I hope that you're done already. Is everyone done and ready to eat now? Show us your dishes so we can pack up and start eating.
Oh, wow.
That looks good.
Awesome.
Okay, who's
Looks
this back?
really good.
This is Ella.
Ella
Nice,
looks
Ella.
beautiful.
Oh, Natasha.
Awesome, Natasha. Well done.
Yay.
Oh, wow.
This is great, guys. Well done. I did send you the recipe link, so you already have that. And
Well done.
luckily, we also have a video of this already on the recipe, on the website. So under the recipe, so you can actually, if you came late, you can watch it and make it again at home. And I will be putting this up online as well tomorrow, so you can watch the whole episode again. If you want to cook along again by yourself, you totally can.
Oh, you just
Okay.
want to hear our jokes?
Or if you want to just, okay.
Okay, we're going to
I
stop.
can't take this anymore.
Yes, thank you so
Well,
much
thank you
for
coming,
joining us. This live cook along session brought to you by Payal from Community Kitchen and from Your Right. So really, we are cooking community. So happy that you cook your dinner with us. And please, if you have any feedback, any requests, let us know. Give us a shout out. And we are planning our December class, which is pretty exciting. It's going to be on Sunday.
It's going to be on a
evening.
Sunday, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, put in your calendar. It's on the 13th of December from 5:30 to 6:30 or maybe 7. We will overrun a bit. It's okay.
Yeah. Bring your family.
Yes, exactly. Bring your family. This will be a big one.
Yeah. Okay then. Bye guys. Enjoy your dinner.
Good night. Enjoy. Bye
See you
bye.
soon.